Hello and welcome to the dramatic reading of Through the Eyes of Another Pony, Chapter 1, Part 2. Spike stared at me as though I were completely crazy. This in turn made me go from feeling incredibly clever to equally stupid. I'm not used to feeling stupid, you see. I'm not trying to boast here, but I am extremely capable and an extremely capable and intelligent person to put my mind to a task. And doing the occasional stupid thing actually causes me to laugh rather than actually feel stupid. This time I felt it. Full on stupid. Who's a silly pony? I am. I can't say I cared for it.
What do you mean, is it public or private? Private,
he finally asked. This actually brought a sense of relief. Spike must not have been aware of the difference. Well, you see, a library is open to every pony to come and check out books for a few days at a time, while the private library is available to a select group of ponies who have pre-existing affiliations with a library or its staff in some way. I tried to elaborate neatly. Spike was an idiot, right?
Oh,
His eyes widened greatly before becoming skeptical again.
you mean a library that gives its books away? That doesn't sound like any library I've ever heard of.
Well, you see, the ponies bring them back after a few days. Basically, the process works like this. A. Ponies come in and check out a book after registering with the library staff. B. Ponies read the books for the few days they have them checked out or until they're finished, whichever comes first. C. They bring them back to the library for other ponies to come read, so that the library can continue to sharing its wealth of knowledge without ever losing its books for more than a handful of days at a time. That was when I saw a different purple head poke around the doorframe inquisitively. I was instantly overwhelmed and awesome. My cigarette fell out of my mouth.
Ah! I still had it?
As I took in Twilight Sparkle. What? I'm sorry, this is just really weird. Not that I'm complaining, but whatever. Oh, here we go. Naturally, we know that Twilight looks like what Twilight looks like, and it's not like I was beauty struck. It was just the entire concept of one of the main six in my actual presence. Another mind-blowing moment. This was becoming quite the theme of my day. I've never heard about these public libraries. Twilight gave me a suspicious look.
Where are you from?
After composing myself and stomping out the cigarette, I smiled happily. I'm from a different world. Hence the whole foreign scholar spiel. I'm actually looking for you, Twilight Sparkle. I need your help. I'm kinda a long way from home. Twilight boggled a moment at the fact that I knew her name. But being the sensible gal that she is, did not panic and simply stepped aside.
Come in, please.
With that, I trotted in, making sure I was careful to wipe my feet, hooves, damn it, on the mat, before finding the nearest branch and firmly planting my plot on it, in the exact same fashion that ponies do not. Again! It smelled like a musty old library, as one would expect. That fact alone was pretty cool. I actually breathed in several times, smiling dreamily as I made sure to memorize the smells. I'm sorry, that's just too funny. Crap! Spike and Twilight stared at me like I was from outer space. Technically, I probably was, but that didn't make me feel any better as I realized just how dumb I looked. I cleared my throat, blushing somewhat, I'm sure. I don't know how to say this, other than I'm not a pony in all actuality, and that my presence probably isn't a good thing. Though I won't lie, me being here is not upsetting me in the least. The purple pony and purple dragon exchanged a purple glance before looking back at me. So much purple. Alright, I'm sorry. I just had to do that. Alright. Twilight gave a skeptical smile. You don't look especially different from any other unicorn I've ever seen. My jaw dropped before I slapped at my forehead with my hooves, not hands, and was met with a rush of joy as I felt the ivory. I was assuming it was ivory. For all I know, it's actually made of incredibly hard cheese horn poking out of my forehead. No way! I'm a friggin' unicorn! I gasped before hopping up and focusing like a madman. I wonder what spells I can cast. I am now capable of believing he's an alien, Spike stated flatly before walking for the stairs, having lost interest in me. Let me know if you want to capture and study him, Twilight. I'm gonna find some breakfast. Spike! Manners! She snapped at the dragon before turning back to me. Okay, so you weren't aware of the horn on your head. And you're how old? 23, actually. I said, still straining as hard as I could to make some unicorn magic happen. I won't lie, folks. Laughter was in control here, and even Stoic was kind of curious to see where this would go. I actually kind of have my own laughter and Stoic side, though it's a little more defined. Oh, what am I kidding? I'm a lot like this guy. Are you trying to cast a spell? Twilight asked helpfully. Backing away slowly, I gave up with a sigh. Mentally tiring activities were in abundance today, it seemed. Then I was struck with an idea and pulled out a cigarette from my nothing. Body bucket just sounds weird. And lit it with a bit of fire that came from my horn. There wasn't a lighter. It just lit on its own, practically. I was a pyromancer. Yeah. Picture the greatest day of your life and multiply it by 3. Yeah. You're getting close to just how cool this day was. But still not there yet. Awesome! I gasped with your typical awesome face. I control fire! What's my kitty mark look like? Twilight was obviously starting to have serious doubts about my sanity. To be honest, I had already come to terms with the loss of it some time ago. My friend is already there. I did an adorable spin that Apple Bloom would have been proud of and spotted it. It was a shield made of orange fire with a faded in blue center. It seemed as though I were ash gray all over, which made sense since I didn't know of many ponies that were multicolored on their coats. My tail, however, was flame blue with fiery orange tips. I kind of felt woozy after that. I mean, the sheer amounts of cool piling into a single hour was going to overdose at this rate, and likely kill me or render me comatose. few more minutes. I needed to get a grip though. Laughter had its fun, and now it was time for this serious business again. I stopped behaving like a buffoon before sighing and turning to face Twilight in with sheepish smile. Sorry. Sorry. This is all just very new to me. You see, I only got here half an hour ago, and it's been a lot to take in. Twilight looked relieved that I was actually somewhat sensible again and simply nodded. It's okay, just it's okay, just let me get you a drink. What do you like? Tomato juice, milk, sweet tea, water in that order. I rattled off, avoiding anything ponies might not consume, like, I don't know, blood or beef juice. Whatever. I was just being cautious. When she returned with a glass of milk on a floating plate, I smiled happily and took the glass with 2 hooves, which was a lot harder than it sounds. And after thinking about it, it sounds hard, but yeah, harder than that. Throwing it back with gusto. It does the body good. Oh man, I forgot how funny this was. Right. Well, I can tell you're not used to being a unicorn, she pointed out with a wry smirk. Why don't you just use your magic to levitate it? Like I said, I've only been a unicorn for half an hour, I reminded her before taking a drag off my lit cigarette. Crap! The sudden realization that I was smoking in Twilight's house sunk in immediately. Another piece of information about myself. I do not smoke indoors at all. At least not without a huge amount of motivation to do otherwise. I don't care if I'm at someone's house who does smoke indoors. It's a sign of disrespect to the home, if not the homeowner. I'm a very respectful person. I immediately doused the cigarette on my tongue and stashed it back into my nothing, without a second thought, blushing terribly. My shame level was somewhere beyond 9,000. It's beyond 9,000! Sorry, that was horrible. If it were at all measurable. Sorry, I muttered sheepishly. Bleh. You just burn your tongue, she gasped, staring at me like I was crazy. She did that a lot, and I'm still certain I'm to blame for it. Oh God. Alright. No, I refuted, sticking my tongue out to her to show her how wrong she was. I'm an experienced smoker, so I know how to do that without actually hurting myself. It's actually not that hard. It just tastes terrible. Alright, I'm gonna stop there. Feel free to like, favorite, subscribe, whatever. And that's the end of part 2. I'll see you in part 3. Bye.